All right, with a minute to go in the warm-ups, I know I said we didn't have a game until next Thursday, but apparently coaches got a call this morning from the Roseville AA team that they had an extra hour and a half of ice and we're looking for somebody to scrimmage. And we said yes. So we'll see how this goes. It's Roseville's a good hockey team. They, I think they're currently in Youth Hockey Hub anyways, ranked in the top 15 of the AA group. They've played Delano, Minneapolis, St. Cloud, who we played last night. They beat all of those teams. I think Delano was like 4 or 5-0. Minneapolis was 5-0. St. Cloud was 5-0. So we'll see. It'll be a test, and we may struggle, but we may come out of this, proving we can play with good hockey teams. So we'll see how it goes. They are definitely going to be better than St. Cloud was last night, no doubt about that. So we'll get our coach speech and pick up pucks, and we'll drop it here shortly. So it looks like it'll be Sowards, Chung, and Schutz at forward. Kampa and Bear will start on D, and Anderson is in the net. Sowards takes the draw here against Roseville AA, as I said earlier. Face-off goes to Roseville. They go D to D in their own zone. Couldn't connect on that, but they pick it up and push it up the wall towards Bear. Bear gets a stick on it, gets a body, but the puck's in the zone. Kampa goes after it. Shot got through to Anderson. Kampa now, up the wall towards Schutz. Now in the middle, gets picked off. Kampa swings and misses. Anderson takes that shot. Rebounds behind the net. Roseville picks it up there. So Schutz at the wall. He battles with Kampa. Now Sowards comes in. They push it up to the red line, or blue line, sorry, but not out. Now Roseville dump it in deep behind, down to the bottom of the circle. Kampa bothers, and it gets pushed behind the net in the corner. Slides out front right to Chung. Chung will wheel out of the zone, push it in the middle towards Schutz. Schutz will chip it ahead, but not deep. We got forwards changing, a D changing, and Roseville has the puck. Seppelt got on quick, gets a stick on that puck, and pushes it up and over the glass, and we'll have a face-off inside the defensive zone. Dangerous play, dangerous change there. Everybody left without the puck getting deep. Got to make sure it's deep before you leave the zone. Face-off goes to Roseville. Shot gets through to Anderson but goes wide, and now it goes behind the net and over to Kaminski. Now to Seppelt. Seppelt couldn't get it over here near side. Kaminski gets it up to the blue line and out of the zone. This is Eisen. Eisen pushes it up to the blue line. It's in offsides, but Roseville brought it in, so no call. Here comes Roseville. Cross the blue on Faust. Faust blocks that shot. Tries to pick up the puck, slides it towards the half wall, and now comes out towards Wydra, but out past him to the blue line. Shot goes into a body, gets through to Anderson. He makes the save, and it comes out to Faust. Faust to Seppelt. Seppelt here to Wydra. Wydra will just get it out of the zone and give it away to Roseville. Roseville pushes it ahead. Wydra knocks it down with a stick. He will get it in deep. This is the first time we've been in the zone in the first minute and a half of the game. And we're making a line change, so Roseville's going to get out free here. He chips it up to Faust, and Faust will back into his own zone with the puck. He'll flip it up off the boards, try to go to Henry. couldn't get it past the wing, and he gloved it down and gave it over to his center while he goes for a line change. Gets pushed to the middle to Schneider. Schneider will wheel it, fire it ahead. Goes off a Roseville stick, no ice, and now it comes out to the neutral zone. Henry picks that up. Bergman, Henry, and Schneider on a rush. Chipped off a stick and went up and over the net. Martin tries to hold. Martin had a skate on it, lost it. Roseville picks it up and they push it to the middle. Now it's a 2-on-1 with Henry back checking. Henry takes the puck. Good stick there by Varian, and he takes the puck away and pushes it in the corner and takes the body, and Henry comes in to help. Henry tries to find it, gets left behind the net, and Roseville has it there. Roseville drops it back in the corner, and they get it out to Schneider. Schneider got a stick on it, chipped it. Schneider's got a race. Couldn't battle through a check, and now Roseville has it. That's Roseville's largest kid against Schneider, and he had no problem taking the body and getting him out of the way. Rung around for Bergman. Bergman got a stick on it. Roseville played the body instead of the puck, and they wave off icing. Roseville up in the middle. They'll chip it in deep past Campa. Bouncing puck goes in the corner. Campa's the first one to it. He'll ring it around far side for Bergman. Defenseman pinches, keeps it in past Bergman, and it gets out of the zone, and Schutz will chase here in the middle. Schutz to pressure the defenseman. Got out to Sowards. Sowards wheels back in his own zone, gives it to Bear. Bear off the boards to Chung. Chung got it deep. Schutz will chase. It's on net. Goaltender makes the save, and we'll have a face-off in the D zone, or offensive zone, my bad. Clock is running. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Nope, now they stopped it at 11:37. Try to fix that here. Face-off lays for Chung. Trying to get the clock fixed while the puck's in the corner in the Roseville zone. They push it out to the far side. Bear on it. I'll fix the clock later. Bear got a nice poke check there. Puck comes into the zone now. Bear pushes it back out. And now Bear has it just inside his zone. He goes up off the boards to Chung. Chung across the red. He flippers it in. Nice save by the goalie. He leaves it for his defenseman. All the forwards are changing. D stay. Roseville pushes it in the middle past Bear. Bear's going to get a penalty for tripping. He'll go to the box with 11:04 to go in the period. So we'll see how the penalty kill does here. Roseville so far in our zone has been playing this like a power play the whole time, 5-on-5. So I'm guessing 4-on-5. It's going to be a good puck movement. We're going to have to pick up guys in front. Otherwise, they're going to try to put sticks in passing lanes, or they're going to try to slide it far side. And Anderson's going to have a tough day. Henry and Schneider. Looks like Faust and Seppelt, I believe. Henry wins it back to Faust. Faust will chip it off the boards up towards the point, but they keep it in. Henry swings and misses, and now it's at the half wall. They push it out high. Come D to D near side. Now down low. It's in the corner. This is Campa, or actually Seppelt. Now Schneider. Schneider tried to push it out, and it came out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the D zone. 1:44 to go in the penalty to Bear. Face-off comes outside the zone. I don't know, that Schneider shot it, I think. That probably should have been in, but we'll take the outside the zone face-off here. Roseville wins it, and they push it D to D far side. They stopped at the blue line, decided not to come in. Now they will push it in. Just inside the blue, Schneider takes the body, and it comes to Seppelt. Seppelt turns it around, pushes it up towards Schneider, but not far enough. Body's going down in the middle, and it's back here on the half wall. They push it down, they're going to run a give and go. They decide not to. This is Roseville behind. Good stick by Henry. He takes that away, and we're on a 2-on-1 going back the other way. Pushed it deep, past the defender. He tries to get around him. Good D there. Holds him out of the way, and now it'll come to Faust. Faust will pick it up at the wall, fire a nice shot in to the goaltender. He makes the save, and rebound comes towards Roseville, and they're out of the zone. Seppelt swings and misses. Keeps his guy to the outside, though, and they'll have to stop in the corner. Good stick by Seppelt. Roseville swings in to try and grab the puck. Faust will bounce it off the wall, but not out. Henry was going to come for a line change, but couldn't get off. Seppelt went down out front. The puck slides harmlessly in the corner near side. Henry battles there. Now Seppelt. Seppelt pushes it out of the corner, and they come up to the half wall. Seppelt battles there and gets a stick on it. They have to push it back in the corner again. Now they try to do the give and go. Seppelt had a good stick in the lane, and now it's Faust over to the far side. Faust will take it from behind the net. Roseville. They walk to the outside. This will be Henry. Henry can't find the puck. And now it comes to Seppelt. Seppelt lost his stick with the puck. Oh, puck laid for Henry. He couldn't get to it in time. Faust will ring it. Doesn't get all of it though, and it goes right to the point. It does get out. Schutz pressures. Schutz kicks it to himself, pushes it in the zone. Good job there. 7 to go on the penalty to Bear. Roseville's goaltender pushed it off Sowards. Sowards will bring it around the net. Not a single shot on the power play, I'm told, which is awesome. That's a good way to keep it outside. Bear's back out. He changes for Chung, and now it'll be Varian. Varian tries to get it to Sowards. Sowards tried to get it to Schutz. They couldn't get it up the wall. Martin will chip it up and out. Good play there to get it out softly and not ice it. And now Schutz from Sowards pressure, where Roseville has it at neutral. They push it ahead to the blue. They're off sides now. Good stick by Varian to keep that out of the zone. Roseville has it here right outside our player box. Comes to Chung. Chung goes back to Varian. Varian can't handle, and now Varian will have to push it up the boards, but Roseville's going to hold the zone. Martin does a good job at taking the guy out front so that Roseville didn't have anybody to pass to, and they lost it to Varian. Varian off a Chung stick out to the blue line, not out of the zone. Shot goes just wide of Anderson, and rebound comes all the way up here to the half wall. And now at the blue line, they battle. Sowards and Varian. Varian will ring it around for Martin and Chung. Chung will pick it up and turn it back in his own zone. He gets bumped there and lost the puck. Roseville now, out to the point. Roseville will walk, shoot. Anderson didn't see a thing. Puck went harmlessly wide and ends up on the in the back behind the net. Chipped off the boards, not out. Up to Varian. Varian chips it out of the zone. We got 3 forwards changing, and they're making a D-to-D pass and going the far side. 4-on-2. Good stick by Martin. Pouncing puck lays for Kaminski. Comes to Wydra. Now it's Eisen. Eisen tries to go to Wydra. Wydra was sliding next to the net, so he couldn't get a shot off. Comes back to Kampa, actually. Kampa shoots into a body, and he was able to get enough of that body to not allow him a breakaway. Bear fires it up to Kaminski. Kaminski couldn't handle that pass. This is Roseville in their own zone. They go back behind the net in the corner, slide it back to behind the net, and now out to the point. Bear body's up there, but we got 2-on-1 with Wydra coming and back checking. Wydra did not pick up the guy. Thankfully, they got a shot that didn't get through, and now it's Kampa and Eisen battle. Kampa goes down. Battle goes behind the net. Roseville's going to go to the box now for doing something to Kampa. I didn't see it out of the corner of my eye there, but he's going to get a roughing penalty. Kampa bumped him a couple times, and I think he got sick of it and gave him a punch to the face. So, drawing penalties. Now we can see what our power play can do against this Roseville penalty kill. 19 goes to the box for 2 minutes at 6:56 to go in the period. Still tied 0-0. Face-off comes back to Bergman. He slides it to Kampa. Kampa now down to Sowards. Back to Kampa. Kampa back to Sowards. Sowards in the middle. He shoots, fires it wide and high. It comes back behind the net to Bergman. Bergman can't dig it out of the net, and they'll fire it out. Rolling puck, maybe an ice. It's an ice. 6:37 to go in the period. 1:42 to go in the penalty. Sowards takes the draw again. He's got Wydra and Schutz, Bergman and Kampa on this power play. They got a good clean shot out front, just missed the net. This is Kampa. Kampa walks the blue line, goes near side to Bergman. Bergman will walk it down low, leave it for Sowards. Sowards back down to Bergman, back to Sowards. Sowards walks across the middle, try to feed it through to Schutz. Couldn't get it through. Schutz has it now top of the circle, comes out high to Kampa. Kampa shoots, bouncing puck got through to the goalie. He made the save. This is Bergman behind the net. Bergman slides it out high to Kampa. Kampa shoots. Good tip out front by Wydra. Just couldn't connect, couldn't get enough of it to get it down under the glove of the goaltender, and he holds on with 1:16 to go in that penalty. So full line change here. Schneider and Bear at the point with Kaminski, Henry, and Chung. Face-off lays for Kaminski in the middle. They battle there. Now comes to Henry at the half wall. Henry has it there. He sets up. He slides it over here near side to Kaminski. Kaminski looks, goes down low to Chung. Chung walks off the wall to the dot, fired a shot, got blocked. He picks it back up and gives it to Kaminski. Shot got through. Schneider tried to tip it, couldn't get a stick on it. Chung tried to go down to Schneider, and here comes Roseville. They're out of the zone, one-on-one against Bear with Kaminski back checking. Got it stopped for a minute. Bear went down. Roseville picks it up, and they have it in the corner. Schneider will go get it. Schneider now at the blue line. He can't get it out of the zone. Shot got through to Anderson. He holds it onto it, and he was thinking about leaving it for Bear. Decided to hold on. 37 seconds to go in this power play, and we're going to go back to that first group. 5:32 to go. First period, tied 0-0. Couple decent shots, just nothing in front. No opportunities for rebounds and or tips. This is Faust. Faust will ring it around. Chung will retreat and grab it off the half wall. He fires it up towards Sowards to Schutz. Schutz couldn't get it past the defender. We're playing this actually like a regular 5-on-5. Seppel got taken out by the referee. Nice save by Anderson there, and it comes to Chung. Chung has it behind his own net. He walks out to the dot and fires it across the middle right to Sowards. Sowards near side to Schutz. Nice pass there. Schutz drives it wide. Schutz trying to get it to Sowards again in the middle. Faust will step up. He'll fire. Nice tip out front. Just a little bit too much of an angle on Sowards' stick, and it went up and over the net. So 1 second to go now on the power play. Because Sowards tipped that and it didn't touch the goalie or any Roseville players, the faceoff will come outside the zone. 4:56 to go in the period. 1 second to go in the power play for Osseo Maple Grove. Kaminsky, Wydra, and Eisen. Kaminsky wins it back. This is Seppel. Seppel will chip it in the zone. Rolling puck will end up in the corner. Kaminsky on it. He's able to take that pass away, walk it towards the front of the net, takes a bad angle shot, goes to a defenseman for Roseville. They're out. Seppel turns and keeps his guy to the outside. Puck gets to the middle. Nice job of Anderson to make a save. He makes another one, and now it's Kaminsky. Kaminsky chips it up to Eisen. Eisen goes down, no trip. This is Roseville. Roseville shot. Nice save by Anderson. Good rebound control. He pushes it all the way in the corner. Faust bumps. Looks for Eisen. Eisen had it, lost it. Now it goes back behind. This is Seppel. Puck bounced funny off the boards there, back there off the door. Comes to Wydra now. Seppel was able to handle it and got it up to Wydra. Now back to Seppel. Seppel to Faust. Faust up to Kaminsky. Kaminsky on his backhand, chipped it up in the air, not out of the zone. Shot gets through to Anderson. He tried to play it up in the netting, but couldn't get enough under it. So now it's back to Roseville in the corner. We're running around a little bit. Here comes Roseville. He has it in the slot. Good stick by Kaminsky. D to D near side. Shot gets through to Anderson. He fights it off his shoulder far side. And now it's a battle for Kaminsky, and Eisen will just ice it. Good decision there. Running around your own zone. Everybody's tired. It's not a bad time to just ice the puck and reset. 3:41 to go. Still tied 0-0 first period. Each team has had a power play, neither successful. Henry will take a draw. Bergman and Schneider. Martin and Varian. Gets out here near side to the defenseman. He tried to push it in the middle. That was a set play. Couldn't connect on the pass because Schneider hurried him too much. We'll chip it in deep and chase. Good hustle by Henry here. He needs some help though. Bergman goes in. Can't quite find the puck. Martin was able to hold, but Bergman lost the stick. He'll have to pick it up. Roseville's out of the zone. Roseville across the red. Now at the blue, and they'll fire it in deep. Varian to chase. Varian near side corner. He picks the puck off the wall. Tried to get it up to Schneider. Bouncing puck comes up to the defenseman. Good bump by Schneider. And now Bergman's out of the zone with 2 to beat. Bergman will pull, try to shoot through the skates of the defender. Schneider swings and misses on a check, but he gets the puck. Schneider back here to Varian. Varian in his feet. Tries to find it. He turns it up, and now he's across the red. This is Varian. One guy to beat. He pulled it across and got it chipped off his stick in the corner, but he is the first to it on a forecheck. Bergman's off. Sowards is on with Chung. Schneider's still on. Martin gets hit behind the net, and it comes out to Chung high, taking Martin's spot. Tipped out front. Nice job by Sowards. He's still battling all by himself. 3 Roseville guys and Sowards. Sowards got 2 shots. Couldn't get it in the net. Varian kind of tripped on his own feet, and now it's a 2-on-1 against Martin. Martin stopped, thought about coming up, then he pushes the guy back far side. Good job of Varian to recover and not allow the wraparound there. It's out to the point for Chung. Chung couldn't take it away, and they'll ring it back down towards Martin. Now Varian. Now back down low. Gets chipped in. Anderson makes a save. Good job of Sowards to push it up to the wall, and they can't get it out. Back down again. Martin, good stick there. Martin can't quite get it out. Now he does. This is Schutz. Schutz to pressure. He walks around the 1D. He has it. He shoots. Rebounds covered up by the goaltender. 1:47 to go in the period. And we're still tied 0-0. Anderson stood tall here, first period, and so is their goalie. It's been kind of a goalie duel. Puck gets won by, I think Eisen tried to win that forward, but nobody was going for the puck. So it comes out of the zone, wider back here to Kampa. Kampa looks to go D to D, then he goes far side towards Kaminski. Kaminski races after it. Can't take it away from the defenseman, pushes him in the corner. He'll kick it up to his wing. They'll ring it back down around the other side. Wider has to go. He'll try to pick the pass off. He gets a leg on it and gets it back, but not out, or didn't keep it in, and now Roseville's out of the zone. Good back check there by Kaminski. He throws it to Bear. Kaminski goes down, but Bear has the puck. He'll fire it up. That's not an ice. He easily could have reached that. Good call by the ref that was standing right there. 1:10 to go in the period. Roseville has it, and they push it up behind the net, and now they look near side. Up to him. That should be an icing, and it is. So 59.2 to go in the first period, tied 0-0. We've got an offensive zone face-off here. It'll be Henry, Bergman, Schneider, Bear, and Kampa. Gets pushed back behind. Roseville has it here in the near side corner, push it up to the half wall. Now out to the center. They're out of the zone, 2-on-2 against Kampa and Bear. Tried to drive through Kampa, good back check by Henry, and Henry pushed it around towards Bergman. Bergman pushed it up to the D. Bear should have went, but he decided to stay back and play D. Now to be Kampa to go for it. Kampa fires it up, nobody home. Gets out in the middle, Bear has it on his stick, and he pushed it in the corner. Now it's a Kampa battle. Now Henry has it, goes behind his own net, comes here near side to Schneider. Schneider picked it up off his stick, tried to go to Bergman, little behind him, and now Roseville will come right to the near side. Kampa, again, defensemen are scared to step up and grab a puck. Bear does a nice job of taking his guy out up front, but Anderson had the rebound and didn't leave it out there for anybody to knock home. .12 seconds to go, defensive zone face-off. Henry, going to tell Faust what the deal is here. Henry tries to win it, he lost it to Roseville. They walk to the middle, shot, good stick there, and we'll have another face-off. 7.3 to go in the period. Sowards is going to go try to win a draw. Sowards pushes it, steps on the puck and goes down, but Schneider has it. Schneider will chip it out. Rolling puck, should be the end of the period. Good speed there. Okay, shots were 11-7 Roseville. That's not a bad period for Osseo Maple Grove. They kept the puck to the outside pretty well, allowed 0 shots on the power play for Roseville. And so far so good. We'll be back here in a minute after the boys talk, figure out what's next for this period. All right, second period, Sowards, Chung, Schutz. Faust and Seppelt comes to Faust. Faust will push it up towards Chung. Chung got it off the boards, but not any farther, and here comes Roseville. Sowards blew a tire out in the middle, and it'll come back for Seppelt. Seppelt looks to push it ahead. Sowards is finally back in to help. Schutz has it to Chung. Chung couldn't handle the pass. Roseville chip it right back in. I'm going to sneeze here in a second, so I apologize ahead of time. And it comes to Faust. Soward's got it up towards Chung to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Shot got through to Anderson. He didn't see it. He just tried to squeeze his glove when it, and now Soward's in the middle. Soward's across the blue. Has the puck in the corner. He's got a body on him. He gets hit, but he holds the puck in his feet. Nobody's high, and here comes Chung. Chung tries to dangle through two guys, and it comes out here to Faust in the middle. Faust pushes it to Seppelt. Seppelt turns it up. Nice play there by Seppelt. Still has it. He needs to get it in deep. He has it still, and he's offsides. Pulled through a couple guys, but one too many moves at the blue line, and he ends up offsides. And we'll have a face-off at neutral. 14:03 to go. Second period, tied 0-0. Eisen on a draw, Kaminsky and Wider with him, Martin and Varian. Face-off goes to Roseville. They push it D to D, and they'll look to move it up the far side, but they push it in the middle instead, and now Varian's on a 2-on-2. Varian, good stick by him. Wider picks up the puck, throws it right to the defenseman. They come near side D to D. Shot to Anderson. Nice save, no rebound. Wider threw it right to the defenseman. He could have flipped it in the air or done something else, but they came D to D and had a wide open shot, but Anderson squared it up, no problem. Saw it the whole way and squeezed it. D to D again in the zone. Shot gets through, goes wide, and Varian's in the corner. He takes a body. They tried to push it back through Varian, but couldn't get it. Now Wider, bouncing puck gets past him, and now it's a Kaminsky-Wider race. D to D in their own zone for, and here comes the puck. And it's back in play, and we'll have a face-off inside the offensive zone with 13:32 to go in the second period. Eisen takes this draw. He tries to tie up, Roseville wins it back, and they'll push it in the corner, but Eisen should be the first to it. Eisen now tries to turn it back, a little bit too hard for everybody. Kaminsky will retreat and can't get a handle on it, and they're out of the zone. I got a guy behind Martin and Varian, but he chooses not to pass. Good stick by Varian to put that up and over. Actually, I think Martin's stick, not Varian's stick. Put it up and over the net, into the netting behind, and we'll have a face-off in the D zone. I think Wider ran into the net, so they had to reset the net to my right in the Roseville zone. That was the short delay, and now we're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Shot gets down to Anderson. He'll cover it up. We'll have another face-off in the D zone. Andy would be having a heyday if he was tracking face-offs, because I think we've won maybe 3, and there's been quite a few. Comes back towards Roseville, and they have it here near side, and they'll pick it up and try to look to go far side now, D to D. Look again to the middle, nobody on the center, and Bear has to stand a guy up. Got a stick on the puck, it went wide. Bear battles. At the half wall, he bumps and looks for Henry to help. Henry and Bergman are there, Bear's with him too. It comes out towards the point, shot gets through to Anderson, goes wide, and now Schneider. Schneider tried to get there, he bumps the defenseman. Now it comes out in the middle, Bergman has to race because he had fallen down. Anderson makes another glove save, and no rebound to be seen. I feel like Anderson's on today, and if he sees the puck, he's going to make that save. Even the ones he hasn't seen, he's at least been square. And the one it hit the inside of his glove, and he squeezed it too late. But otherwise, he's been controlling rebounds really well too. So it gets rung around far side for Schutz. Defenseman beats him to the puck. Now it's Kampa in the corner. Kampa bumps, and the puck lays in the corner, now goes back behind. Bear's going to have to tie a guy up out front. He got through, got a shot. Anderson made the save. Back out here to the blue line for Roseville. Barrel chip behind and pick that rolling puck up. Goes to Schutz. Nice pass right on the tape. Out to Sowards. Good breakout. Sowards tried to push it too hard, and we'll have an icing. Not a bad idea, just too much on it. You got to give yourself a chance to pick it up on the other side. It was just too hard. Or take a step to the middle and fire it off the board so you get a better angle, and hopefully it doesn't. It either goes on net or doesn't make it all the way.
How is the fan of using the boards as a passing?
right, Sowers on the draw, still Schutz, and Schutz pushes it out here to Kaminsky. Kaminsky on now, has it across the red, across the blue. He looks to the middle. He drives wide, drives behind the net. He gets bumped there in the corner. Sowers will pick up the puck and push it back down to Schutz. Schutz tried to get it on his backhand, couldn't handle, and Roseville comes away with it. They push it up here near side. This will be Faust. Faust chips it ahead, right to a defender, but he gets it back. Faust tried to go to Schutz on the far side, a little too far in front of him. Good pressure here. Schutz now. Schutz chips it ahead to himself, has it on his backhand, couldn't slide it across. Tried to get it over to Kaminsky. Now back out to Faust, but puck got settled down by Roseville, and Faust has to retreat. This is Seppold on a one-on-one. He keeps it out of the zone. Roseville's going to have to regroup. They come back here far side behind their own, now near side across the blue on sides. Faust, good job of getting in the way, knocks that shot down, and it lays in the corner. This is Roseville with Faust and I believe Sowers in the corner. Comes out towards Kaminsky. He gets bumped. Sowers tries to drag it through some skates, can't find it. Faust will try to chip it ahead. He can't do it. Now Sowers is going to go to the box for a check, cross check. Oh, maybe they got Faust instead. No, it was Sowers. So Sowers will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, it looks like. I thought he got him cross check from behind, but either way, it's 2 minutes, and we're back on the penalty kill here with 11:04 to go, first or second period, still tied 0-0. Face-off comes to Roseville. They tried to go D-to-D, but that was taken away by Schneider, and they have to push it back half-wall corner, and now they slide behind the net, back up to the half-wall on the far side. Schneider swings and misses. Now he recovers, though, and he takes a stick away, and it comes to Henry. Henry will get it up, but not out. Good job of Varian to step up, but he can't get it out. Now it's a 3-on-1 against Martin down low. Here's Roseville. Shot wide. Rebound comes out front. Here he comes again. Shot goes wide again, and it rings out to the blue line, and it's out of the zone. Nice job by Anderson there. I think he only saw one real shot. The rest went wide. This is Roseville. They push it in the zone. They push it back down towards Varian in the corner. Still shorthanded for 1:22. So, that's Martin behind, and they push it to the half wall. Martin gets a stick on it, takes away for a second, then they'll ring it around behind. This is Varian. They try to push it out front. That's one of their plays, I think, is to scream a guy through the slot when the puck's behind the net. Rebound comes to Henry. Henry has it. He'll get it out right to a Roseville defender, and they'll retreat at neutral. Henry, a little bit of pressure here. He'll flip one up. Glove down by Roseville at the red line. They push it in far side. Defenseman will pick it up there on Varian. Good sticks by Henry and Schneider, but not enough. Good job by Anderson to control that rebound, cover it up, and get a line change here with 47 seconds to go in the penalty to Sowers. Bear and Kampa, Kaminsky, and Schutz. Penalty kill here. 9:50 to go in the period. Face-off goes to the half wall. They tried to push it out to the point. Swung and missed. Good thing, because we had two guys going at the defenseman there. All right, goes back behind now. Bear, good job of taking a passing lane away. They come up here near side half wall, back down in the corner, try to slide it behind the net. And they look to the far side half wall. They give it to that guy. He slides it right across, and it gets in the net. That's the play, right? Those cross-ice passes, if you don't have sticks and passing lanes, it makes it really hard for the goalie to square that up.
See Ovechkin play.
Yep. So they slide it out to the half wall. He walks it to the middle and finds the guy on the far side. He one-times it through the 5-hole. Anderson just couldn't get his pads down quick enough while he was making that move across his crease. So Roseville leads 1-0 on a power play goal, and we're back to 5-on-5. Roseville has the puck at neutral. They pull it ahead. Fired off a mask of Seppold. Now Seppold will turn it back up, but Roseville's the first to it. They chip it up the wall to the point. Shot gets through to Anderson. He makes the first save. Nobody picks up a body. Now they do. Battles in front. Still loose. Anderson, I don't know if that shot got through. Faust is going to go for something here. And we got another penalty. Cross check this time. Big scrum out front, and I think Faust just kind of had to get rid of a guy and used his stick. Yep. So we'll go back short-handed here, down a goal, 9:07 to go in the period. Varian and Martin with Schneider and Wydra. Face-off lays for Roseville. They come out to the point, go back down to the half wall. They look to go to the middle. They're at the dot. Now they push it down low. Now back out to the half wall. Walks across to the dot. He'll take a bad angle shot. Anderson makes that save. Wydra gloves that down, but he can't get it out of the zone. And Roseville will push it right in far side. Now Wydra has it. Off the wall, not out. Now it's back here near side. This is Roseville at the point. He pushes it down in the corner. Martin to attack him with the referee standing in the way. So they got to kind of work their way around him. And now it comes out to the dot. Schneider kind of got behind the play, but he was able to recover enough to push it back in the corner. Now back up to the half wall. Back down low. Out in the middle. Schneider couldn't handle that. And there's another set play on a power play. Yeah, we're getting out muscled and just can't take penalties. And that's just what it comes down to. 5-on-5, we seem to be okay. They're 2 for 3 on the power play. 2 quick ones now. The first one was at 9 something. This one is at 8 something. So you'll see the defenseman here sneak right in the slot. And he will, actually it's the center that snuck in the slot. We're back to live. He drives through Bear. Shot gets through to Anderson. He makes a save. Face-off lays for Bear. Bear chips it ahead to Bergman. Bergman up, gets it out of the zone. Rolling puck here, no ice, and Schneider pressures. He bumps the defenseman. Henry's back to back him up, but they get it back behind the net to that D that first touched the puck, and he'll get it out in the middle. Too far, should be an ice, and it is. Henry, Bergman, Schneider, Kampa, and Bear, all five offensive or Osseo Maple Grove players stay. Roseville gets kicked out of the face-off dot. I don't know why, and we'll have another draw. Good win by Henry, but he gets to Schneider's stick, and then he can't push it in farther. And Roseville's back out 4-on-2. 4-on-2 and nobody back checking. We got guys all over out front. Pass couldn't get through though. Anderson wouldn't let it go. Now comes to the side of the net. Shot got through, rebounds loose. Anderson squares that, makes a save and holds on. Bear and Kampa stay. Sowards, Schutz, and Kaminsky get on. Face-off lays for Kampa. He slides behind his own net, gets taken off the puck there, and here comes Roseville at the half wall. They walk it back in the corner. Sowards bumps him, but he gets it past him out to Schutz. Now out to the point. Schutz chases, gets through down low at the dot. He'll take a shot. No, he'll try to pass to the side of the net. Couldn't connect, and now it's Kaminsky. Kaminsky goes up to Sowards to Schutz. Schutz across the blue with 1 to beat. Nice back check there, and the defenseman was able to get a stick on it as well. And they push it back behind. Sowards and Schutz miss. Kaminsky has it at the side of the net. Pushed it out front. They'll come to Kampa. He'll shoot. Goes off the goaltender's knob of his stick and goes wide. Now they battle behind. Sowards and Kaminsky. Schutz and Kaminsky. Sowards pressures the puck underneath the goaltender's glove, and the whistle blows. 13-2, 2 penalties, so that doesn't help us. So shots this period for Roseville, 13, Osseo Maple Grove 2. That was our second shot on goal this period. D switch, forward stay. Sowards in his skates, comes towards Schutz. Schutz grabs the puck, pushes it over to Kaminsky, near side. Shot got through, rebound comes out in the middle. Too far for Schutz to grab, and now Kaminsky has to back check. Gets in the zone for Roseville. Faust stands his guy up. He goes down, but enough to get Kaminsky the puck. Kaminsky to Schutz. Good job of Schutz to give some relief to Kaminsky there in his own zone, and now it comes back to Seppold in his zone. Seppold D to D near side, up towards Sowards from Faust. Sowards off to Kaminsky at the blue line. Now Schutz got a stick on that enough to push it to Sowards. Sowards fires it out front. Roseville got a stick on it and pushed it back behind the net wide, and now it's Roseville out of the zone and at the red line. In the middle, they walk. Now they push it up top of the circles. Nice save by Anderson, and it comes to Kaminsky. That one might have been going wide, but he's still got a blocker on it. Down low, behind the net, now near corner for Kaminsky. He'll fire it up. Nobody's going to be here to pressure this D, and he'll just fire it right back in. Now they pick it up far side. Come up to Wider. Wider's got some time and space. Wider lost it and at the red line and couldn't get it in the zone, and now here comes a 3-on-2 down low. We're making a line change again when the puck's not deep. Gets in, easy tap in there for a wing. Like, making a line change when the puck was at the red line, even if you're tired, that's a bad decision. They turned it around and went 5-on-2.
Can't do that against AA fast game.
Yep. You really can't do that against anybody. The statement was you can't do that against fast AA teams. I don't think you can do that against slow A teams and give them a 5-on-2 down low. It's just not going to end up very well. Bergman, Henry, Schneider, Varian, and Martin. Oh, nice job there by Henry. Just couldn't reach for that puck. And now comes to Varian. Varian chipped in past him. He tried to glove it down. He'll come here near side for Bergman. Bergman at the blue line, can't get it out. Now back down to Martin. Martin behind his own net. Gets it up to Schneider. Schneider looks to the middle. Comes up here to Henry, but couldn't handle a pass on his backhand again. And it comes out to Roseville. They tried to kick it ahead, got past Bergman as well, and now they're in their own zone. They'll chip it out. Opportunity there for Schneider. Couldn't get a stick on the puck, and now comes to Varian in his own zone. Varian gave it away in the middle. Shot gets through, and I don't know if that actually made it into Anderson or not. Bergman couldn't pick that pass off. Nice fought off there by Anderson. And 4:52 left in the second, down 3-0. And we'll make a line change for the D anyways. Bear and Campbell will step on. Same forwards, Schneider, Bergman, and Henry. Comes to the point for Roseville. He gets a shot through. Anderson saw it the whole way, gloves it down. Another draw in the D zone. Faceoff comes back towards Roseville's defenseman. He gets it into the slot. Bothered by Schneider. He battles through, gets it out of the zone. Bergman will chase. Good stick by Bergman. He gets it ahead. Good back check here by Roseville, though. They still have two guys back. Henry has a bouncing puck. Got through to the goal. He's still loose. And now it goes back behind. Camp at a pinch. Campa throws it back where it came from, and nobody there because everybody was trying to cover. And now it comes out to Bear at the point. He can't hold. Bouncing puck got through him. Bergman gets a stick on that, though. Tried to push it ahead. Kept it out of the zone. Enough time for Bear and Campa to recover. Now Campa in his own zone. Goes back behind the net. They ring it around for Schneider. Schneider has it. Got it out towards Henry. Now comes to Bergman at the red. Bergman will fire it in. Not going to get too deep, but it'll get to the dots anyways, and they'll carry it in. Leave it there for defensive partner. He fires it up the middle, connects on a pass. Campa gets enough of it to knock it off a stick. He takes Bear out of the way and has to battle through a check. And now it still comes to Kaminsky. Kaminsky in the middle, 2-on-2 with Schutz. In the middle, back to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gets his stick tied up. Roseville has the puck. Good D there by Roseville. Soward swings and misses. And now they'll push it back behind for Kaminsky. Kaminsky gets a stick on it. Bouncing puck lays loose. And now Schutz has it on his backhand in the high slot. He pulls to fire. Shot got knocked down out front. Kaminsky will go in the corner. Pick it up there. Kaminsky looks to battle with Roseville. Three Roseville guys. Kaminsky gets the puck in the middle. But Sowards and Schutz were standing behind him and nobody in front. Now Sowards. Roseville will chip it in deep past Faust and Seppelt. Seppelt will pick it up at the side of the net, chip it behind, and try to find it. Gives it to Sowards. Sowards off the wall towards Schutz, but too far for him, and the defenseman just fires it right back in towards Seppelt. Seppelt battles. Two Roseville guys, gets some help from Faust. Now Sowards. A job of Schutz to come out front and cover a guy until Faust recovered. Faust gets a stick on that, pushes it to Sowards. Sowards gave it to where Schutz should have been. Nobody home, and now it's back behind for Seppelt. Seppelt gets knocked down, and he has to battle through. Sowards battles through a check, gets it out towards Schutz. Puck lays in the feet. Now it's Kaminsky. Kaminsky, late end of a shift here. These three guys have been out. Kaminsky drives it wide, looks to the goal to the net. Lost it in the corner. And he gave it away, and all 3 guys below the goal line, and now we have a 3-on-2 going the other way at the end of a really long shift. Shots will change. Kaminsky and Sowards back check slowly, and we're Faust and Seppelt have been out here for a while. Still a long change here, so it's harder to get off. You should take those opportunities when you're rushing the puck. All right, Kaminsky got it out of the zone, and here's a recovery for, and now Seppelt up to Wydra. He couldn't find the handle. Wydra gets bumped, and he takes his guy down. No ice. Anderson will play it for Faust at the side of the net. Faust has it out to Chung. Chung looks to push it up to Eisen, but couldn't get it through some skates. Back in by Roseville, back to Seppelt. Seppelt turns it far side, tries to push it to Wydra. Wydra off the boards, not far enough for Eisen, and they both can't get it out. And now it's Roseville. He drives it, lowers his shoulder, drives the net, couldn't get through Seppelt. Now he tried to make a pass through Eisen. Faust fires it up in the middle, and it will get out. No ice. At least one D is going to get off. Faust got off. Martin's on with Seppelt. Seppelt has to stay because we couldn't get a forecheck rolling. Seppelt now, good stick there to take that away for a second. Gets fired in on Anderson, and he makes a save. 1:05 to go in the period. 3-0, Roseville leads. Other than those 2 power play goals and then 1 bad change, it's been pretty even. I mean, shots probably don't show that, but 17-5 this period. Yeah, Roseville stepped it up, but we've, again, 2 power plays, so that changes the game quite a bit. Anderson makes the save, holds on, and now we have another face-off to the left of Anderson for Henry. Face-off lays for Henry in his skates. He kicks it ahead off the side of the net, and then Bergman will retreat at the half wall, near side, and battle there. Bergman and Martin. Henry comes through to give some help, and he picks up the puck. Tried to chip it past the D, couldn't get it past him, comes over to Schneider, goes off of Schneider's skates. Varian stepped up to try and get the puck and had a guy rushing him. Anderson makes a save, rebounds loose, and now he finds it. 36.2 to go in the second period, 3-0, Roseville leads. Sowards, Schutz, Kaminsky, Barry, and Martin. Face off for Kaminsky, he gets it over to Schutz. Too far for him though, and Roseville will chip it back in off sides. Center ice face off here for with 31 to go.
Like the Boston.
Sowards on the draw. Gets it up to Roseville, and they're across the red. They'll try to chip it in past Martin. They can't get it in. So now it's out from Kaminsky to Sowards. Sowards with 1 to beat. Gets his stick check from behind, and now Schutz will pick it up. Schutz at the side of the net. Tried to throw it out front to Kaminsky. Couldn't get enough on it. Martin pinches, and they just push it up the middle. Good step by Varian. He gets a stick on it. Otherwise, that was a jailbreak for Roseville. They fire it up. That'll be an ice. And we should get an offensive zone face-off here with 3.9 to go. See if the coaches get daring here and they pull the goalie and put 4 guys in front. It's a little too much time, I think.
2 seconds maybe.
Yeah, 4 is a lot. Especially with the Roseville parent running the clock.
And our face-offs aren't the best.
No, we haven't been. Oh, sorry.
We have 1 knee out there, so we're trying to do something.
Now we were going to, and now they wouldn't let us change because we were so late. Face-off comes to Varian. Shot got knocked down as the horn blows.
Shots 19-5. 2 penalties will do this.
Yes, for sure. So 19-5. 19-5 shots. That's
Generous on 5.
and that's for that period. What's the total for the game then?
10, 11.
So 30 to
12.
30 to 12.
What? It's a good double 18.
Yeah, absolutely. And we 5-on-5. They have 1 goal, and it was because of a bad change. We've given up 2 shorties or 2 power play goals. So,
Learn to play the speed of the
Yep.
speed of the double.
yep. So
They have a tendency to play down the team.
overall, not a bad 2 periods. They'll go in the room and talk about what needs to happen, and hopefully come out for the third and maybe pump one in here. It'd be nice to get within 2 or maybe even within 1. So we'll be back in 10 to 15 as the exam goes around. All right, third period action. I should get that clock started so that we don't forget about that. Roseville still leads 3-0. Again, a power play goal or 2 power play goals, and then a bad change, I'll call it. Long change, got it to the red line. Everybody, all the forwards came off, and they had a 5-on-2 going the other way, and they were able to make the back of the net.
I think if they can keep it close.
Yep, hopefully they got some rest in the room and get their legs under them right away here in the first, and we go hard for 15 more minutes. Shutt, Sowards, Kaminsky with Martin and Varian. Lays for Kaminsky. He slides it here near side to Varian. Varian up to Shutt. Shutt's at the red line. Can't get it in, and now he gives it back to Varian. Varian up to Sowards. Sowards will get it in deep. Kaminsky will chase. Goaltender will leave it there for his defenseman. Kaminsky was the first to it. Tried to throw it out front, and he got it through everybody. Now Anderson will leave it for Varian. Varian right to a defender. And now it's Roseville. Roseville pulls it up to the point. Shot goes wide, and Varian picks it up and slides it up towards Kaminsky. Kaminsky waits and looks. Gets it out here near side to Sowards. Sowards across the red. Sowards drives it wide. Shutt stayed on sides, and Sowards gets it down, but Shutt's tried to pick it up off the wall, and it got past everybody. Martin can't hold. Roseville out. Good back check here by Shutt. Varian on a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 with Shutt's back check, and Shutt gets through to Anderson. He makes that save, and now it's Martin. Martin chips it up off the wall. Bouncing puck to Roseville's defender. He chips it ahead. Wing has it, and he looks to slide it near side, then stops and decides to go back in his own zone. Now he does come near side. Almost too many men there, but they were making a change, and Varian has the puck. Again, throws it up to the red line, but not any farther, not on anybody's stick. Varian chips it ahead towards Bergman. Bergman has a chance. He's in all alone. Shot. Nice save by the goalie. And we'll have a face-off inside the offensive zone with 13:35 to go in the game. Yep, problem with goalies this big and on AA teams is you're not going to beat them with a shot, very rarely. You're going to have to beat them on a rebound or a drive to the net and something dirty, or a screen out front. This is Henry. Henry slides it out front. There's an opportunity for Schneider. Schneider fired it wide. Now Kampa in the middle. Kampa fired it towards the net, goes wide. Kampa back behind. He's got Schneider out front. Tried to go off the goal. He comes out towards Henry. Henry couldn't find the stick. And it comes to Roseville. Swing and a miss by Schneider. Now Bear. Pass Bear. No ice. They waved it off for some reason, and now it's Kampa. Kampa slashes the guy's stick. Now it's back behind. Bear will pinch. Bear in the feet right at the Zam door. Kampa's back there with him. So our center, Henry, has to take that off the boards. Nice stick by Schneider. Schneider pushed it in, but not deep, and now it's back to Roseville. Another line change.
In the back door.
This is Kampa and Bear. Slides it back around. This will be Schneider. Schneider can't find the handle. Kampa does, and he'll flip it out. And we'll make a line change for the other two forwards and Kampa. So Bear's the only one on from that original shift. Now Bear should get off too, but Roseville has the puck. And that's an ice. And we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone, sorry. 12:23 to go in the game. 3-0 lead for Roseville. Really good shift for those 5. Couple opportunities at the side of the net. And Eisen will take a draw with Wydra and Chung. Eisen can't quite get it. It's in his feet. Chung swings through and tries to get it. Now Roseville takes it away. Roseville at the top of the circles. They're out of the zone, and Faust and Seppelt are back. They push it to the far side. Wydra got his guy. No penalty. And now it's chipped up to Eisen. Eisen to Wydra. Wydra back to Eisen. Eisen at the red. Can't get it in deep and can't get around the defender. Wydra will chase. They go near side in the corner. This is Eisen. Eisen tries to get a stick on it, knocks it back towards the corner, comes out to Seppelt. Seppelt pushes it in the middle. Chung will have to pick it up at neutral and go to Faust. Faust picks that up, fires it off the boards right to Roseville's defenseman. Comes here near side. This is Seppelt. Seppelt chipped it off the wall into a defender's feet, and now it's Faust. Faust got it out. Puck goes to Roseville, and they'll fire it in the middle, no ice. This will be Faust. He's got one on. He fires it off the boards. Chung hadn't gotten back in the zone yet. Roseville has it in the slot. Shot, nice blocker save for Anderson. and Chung tried to pick it up in the corner, lost it in his skates. Faust will fire it to where Chung should be, but he was down and helping out in the corner, so nobody home. Now it's Wider. Wider has it. He lost it to a Roseville defender, and now it's back in the corner. Now Faust. Faust will ring it around. Again, nobody home, and Roseville will hold the zone. Back out at, this is Ison tried to flip her one up to Chung. Roseville was able to glove that down and throw it back in the zone. This is Seppelt. Seppelt to Faust, but it kind of lost his footing, couldn't get enough on it. Now it's Chung. Chung out to Wider. Wider will make a change. Roseville has the puck. They throw it in the middle, and now far side, right back in the middle again. We're making another line change. Ill opportune time. Nice save by Anderson, 2 of them, and he clears the puck to the half wall. Good recovery there for Anderson to help out the changing forwards. Swing and a miss by Varian. He also lost his stick. This is Faust. Faust at the end of a long change. Varian has his stick back. Kaminsky has the puck. He comes to Schutz. Schutz bounces one out of the zone. And now it's Roseville, now Schutz. Schutz has it in the zone, 3-on-2. Looks to shoot. Shoots it wide. Rebound will come all the way out here to Varian. Varian will pick it up at neutral. Varian at the blue line. Off the boards towards Kaminsky. He tried to go forward to to Sowards, and Sowards went in offsides. And we'll have a face-off at neutral with 9:57 to go in the game. 3-0 lead for Roseville. So far, a good period for Osseo Maple Grove. We're moving our feet. Another bad line change. Other than that, I don't think we've given any offense to Roseville. This is Schutz. He's got Kaminsky out front, tipped out front. Nice save by the goalie. And we'll have another face-off. Goalie stares down Sowards. He's twice as tall as he is. Sowards just backs away and looks to take a face-off. Yeah. He's big, he's fast. So it comes to Roseville. They'll push it far side to the wing and now up to the center in the middle. Martin's back with Varian. Guy out front on this near side. Puck goes up and over, fought off by Anderson, and he puts it in the netting behind. And we're gonna need a new puck, I believe. I think that one went out of play. Ref has his new puck. 9:40 to go in the game.
I don't know why, but sometimes we have a tendency to leave that guy in the back door wide open.
Yep. No head on swivels sometimes, and we leave that guy all by himself. Comes back to Martin. Martin will fire it up. He got it out of the zone, but right to a Roseville defender. Roseville has it. He waits. He's offsides, and he waited for one, but there were 2 in the zone. And they're going to put it all the way down. Nope.
Intentional offsides.
So yeah, they called intentional offsides. So face-off will be in our offensive zone. Again, I don't know that it was intentional. I think he just saw one guy leave the zone and thought he was clear, but Sowards takes the draw. Lays in the feet of Roseville, and they push it in the corner. Good hustle there by Kaminsky. Doesn't give the Roseville defender any time. Now it's out to the half wall. Back down in the corner. Back behind the net now. Roseville has it. They fire it up to the boards. Schutz pushes it in some feet. Can't get it through the player. And now it's Martin. Martin has it in his own zone. He pushed it right back out. Now Roseville's in on sides, and they drive it wide to the dot. Shot to Anderson. He'll make a save and cover it up. 9:04 to go. 3-0 Roseville lead. Henry, Bergman, and Schneider, Bear and Kampa. Puck goes back to Kampa. Kampa winds to pull it up here, high side. Knocked down by Roseville at the blue line. He's got to wait. Now he's back in the zone offsides, and we'll have another draw at neutral. Henry will take another draw. Schneider and Bergman with him. Bear and Kampa at D. Face-off goes to Roseville. They push it D to D, far side. Bear steps up, gaps up, and it gets knocked down and gets through to Anderson, but he didn't have to save that. He just left it for Kampa. Kampa wheels behind his own net now. Looks to fire it off the glass up to Bergman. Bergman got a stick of the defender, and it's out of the zone. Henry pushed it ahead, but not deep. And now Schneider, they get D to D. near side, now up to the far side. Bear will chase. Bear just inside his own zone. Fires it off the boards into the ref's skates, unfortunately, and it lays there. They battle just inside the blue, now out. Henry will push it out to their D. Schneider will attack this defenseman. Comes up here to Kampa. Kampa pinched but couldn't get the body or the puck, and now they're in the zone. Bear swings and misses. Shot gets through to Anderson, still loose. Roseville has it. They go up high. Point has it. He knocked it down with his skate. Now goes near side. Now far side, trying to get it to the wing on top of the circle. Now they give it away. Give a scissors pass to the defender. He walks into the zone. Defenseman has it in the corner. Slides it into the referee's skates. Bear attacks, and Henry comes in to get the puck. He'll pass it off to Kampa. Kampa now tried to get it to Schneider. Schneider got it out of the zone. Bergman's on it. Bergman gets it in deep. Nice job of getting to the red line and getting it in deep. 27's going to go to the box for interference or something. A rough. So 27 goes to the box for a rough. After Bergman got rid of the puck, he hit him. I don't know. Soward, Schutz, Wydra, Bergman, Kampa, same power play. 27 goes to the box for roughing for 2 minutes. 7:44 to go in the period, and it goes back for Roseville. They're ringing around near or far side for Kampa. He's able to hold. Kampa gets it towards Schutz. Schutz has it now. He walks in, looks to shoot. Shot goes up and over the net, and the rebound will come all the way out. Kampa will pick it up at the red line. Now his own blue. Fired up to Soward. Soward tried to go to the middle to Schutz. That pass gets picked off, but Schutz is able to battle through a check, and he looks to give it to Kampa near side. Bounces over Kampa's stick. He picks it up at his own blue. Goes far side to Schutz. Schutz gives it up to Bergie, and Bergman dumps it in deep. Now we got to chase. Power play here. Comes to Schutz. Schutz couldn't get enough of it. Now it's a 2-on-1 against, now a 2-on-2 with Sowards and Kampa back. Shot got through to Anderson. He makes a save, and no rebound. Full line change here, 1:18 to go in the penalty. Kaminski will take a draw with Chung and Henry. That's Bear in the corner with Schneider as a wing as well. Schneider has the puck. He comes here near side. This is Chung. Chung drives it wide, stops at the top of the circles and waits. Gives it to Kaminski. Kaminski had the puck, then lost it. Now he goes back down low to Chung, back out to Kaminski. Kaminski in the middle to Bear. Bear will fire. Shot, got almost tipped out front by Henry, but it goes wide. Bear will have to pinch to keep this in. He does. Gives it back. This is Schneider. Schneider looks. He sets up. He slows it down. Goes up to Bear. Bear back down to Henry. Henry back over to Bear. Bear slides it here near side to Kaminski. Kaminski back to Bear. Bear will wind to fire. Fires it into a stick for Roseville, and they have it, and they're out of the zone. A 1-on-1 against Bear. Bear keeps his guy to the outside. They leave it for a trailer, but too far for him. Kaminski was able to grab the puck. 30 to go in the power play. Kaminski across the blue line. Kampa's on for Bear. Kaminski goes down. They'll ring it around far side for Henry. Henry can't hold, but he fires it in the middle. Kaminski to retrieve it. This is Kaminski now. Kaminski in his own zone, leaves it for Kampa. Kampa fires it up the boards. We're making a line change, and this will be an icing. 8 seconds to go in the penalty. Power play draw here, but I'm sure they'll just go with 3 forwards and 2D with only 8 seconds to go. Martin, Varian at D. Ison will take a draw with Wydra and Chung. Chung, far side, missed the puck. Slings it around back for Varian behind his own net. Varian rings it around near side. This is Wydra. Wydra back to Varian behind his own net. Up to Chung. Chung in the middle. Has time now. Bought himself a bunch of time. Now he can look. Chung skates it to the blue line. Chips it ahead to Ison. Too far for him. And Roseville just fires it back towards Martin. Martin can't get a handle, but it gets back towards Anderson. Anderson will cover it. We're 5-on-5 with 5:21 to go. Third period, down 3-0. So Kaminski, Sowards, Schutz, Varian, Martin. Draw goes back for Martin. He finds it and gives it to Kaminsky, who rolls it right back in his own corner, and Roseville takes it away. Roseville fires it up to the point. Shot got through, went wide. Rebound comes out here near side. Gets rung around again. Kaminsky to it. Kaminsky swings and misses, and now it's back down low for Roseville. Nice save by Anderson. Puck still loose. Anderson stands up and makes another save. Nobody covering guys out front there. They had 3 out front with the puck. Now it's back out front, and now Varian trips it ahead towards Kaminsky. Kaminsky across the red, drives it wide and tries to go through the defender. He'll pick it up in the corner, and they'll bump there. Three guys behind the goal line, and it's Kaminsky walks to the dot on his backhand, shovels one towards Schutz. Got sticked up in the air by Roseville. No ice, and Faust will have to chase. Faust with 1 defender on him. He'll fire it around, take a hit. Nice job of getting rid of it quick. Got it up to Bergman. Bergman avoids a check and gets it in deep, and Henry will go after it. Henry knows he's going to ring it around. He bumps and misses, and now it's right out to Schneider in the middle. Schneider has an opportunity. 3-on-3 down low. This is Henry. Henry's tried to get it towards the net. Good stick by Roseville. Kept it nowhere near the net. This is Roseville now at the half wall. Top of the circles, and they're out. Drives across the blue line. Looks to drive it to the corner. He'll ring it around near side. This is Seppelt. Seppelt pressures, makes him throw it up to the point. And that's a great job. Good job by Schneider to take the body. Henry has the puck. Henry will chip it in. Bouncing puck goes wide of the net. Goaltender is going to ring it around for his own wing, and he makes a breakout pass up to the center. 2-on-2 now, Seppelt and Faust back. Moves it to the outside. Seppelt looks to take the body. Nice save by Anderson. Puck still loose.
That's a good job by Seppelt taking the guy in front of the net.
Now it comes out to the middle. D to D. They get a shot. Goes to the far side. Seppelt tied his guy up, and now he's got a battle. It's in the corner. They slide it out in the high slot. Tried to make a pass across. Good job of being in the way there by Bergman. And now it's back at the half wall. Now up to the point. This is D to D now across. Back out to the point. Back down low. Now we're running around a little bit. We need a stoppage or an ice, or need to get it out. Schneider fires it far side. Bergman will stay. 3 guys will change, but Faust has to stay on. And Roseville's back in our zone. Good stick by Kampa. Comes to Faust. It's fired wide, and Faust battles behind. Eisen does a good job of coming in to help. He gets knocked down. Bergman gets taken off the puck. Roseville has it at the point, and they fire it back in. Kampa will chase. Kampa bumps. Faust comes in for the puck. Can't quite find it. Now he does. He'll flipper it up and into the ceiling, and that'll get us our whistle with 2:30 to go. Still 3-0 Roseville. So Bear comes on. Wydra and Chung and Eisen, and Kampa's still on as well. Face-off goes for Roseville. They look to go D to D, but Wider was here, so he shot it in instead. Puck's loose in the middle. Wider is able to pick it up in the slot. Good job of coming back to help the D in front. Wider in his own zone, rings it around towards Chung. Chung will chip it ahead, but not out. This will be Eisen. Eisen pressures the guy at the blue line, swing and a miss by Wider. Kampa gets it up to Wider. Wider can't get it out. Now it's back to Wider. He is out of the zone this time, and he battles through a check. Wider gets taken off the puck by a defenseman that stepped up, and he'll hold on. Now give it to Eisen. Eisen out in the middle to Chung. Chung back to Wider. Wider will chip it out of the zone to Kampa. Kampa goes D to D to Bear. Bear waits, and now he can fire it in. He does. Rings it around. Goaltender will leave it there for his defenseman, and it comes out to the dot. And here comes Roseville. Misfires on a pass, and Wider has it. He comes back to Kampa. Kampa in his own zone. Kampa up to Chung. Chung will chip it in, avoid a check, and now Roseville has it. Another bad line change, and here comes Roseville on a breakaway. Anderson makes that save. Nice job by Anderson. Now it's Bear. Bear has it in his own zone. Walks to the middle, fires it up towards Schutz, goes off a Schutz skate, and then back in by Bear. Now Bear will have to retreat because here comes Roseville. They fired a pass to the red line, or blue line. That's offsides, and he called no. And now it's Soward's wheels. Sowards across the blue, gets it in deep. Lowers his shoulder, tries to drive the net. He gets it out towards Schutz and Kaminsky, and it bounces into the goalie's glove, and he holds on. 1:04 to go in the game, still down 3-0. Need to learn to put the puck in the net, especially against big goalies and good teams like this, and you're not going to do it by shooting from outside. It's going to have to come on a rebound. Sowards on a draw. He lost it to Roseville. They push it up to the near side wing. Varian and Martin back up to play D. Good stick by Varian, and he pushed it ahead. Now it's Schutz. Schutz, now Sowards. Sowards pushed it down towards Kaminsky and Schutz. Schutz gets it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky out to Sowards. Everybody's so low that they can't get a shot off, and now it comes out high. Good shot there, but it got taken away by a Roseville player, and he'll push it in the corner. 38 to go. Down to Kaminsky. Kaminsky made him push it up to Martin at the outside the blue line. Kaminsky has it there, and he's got two guys on him. He pushed it ahead, but not deep. And now it'll come out to Martin. Martin will chip it ahead again to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gets shoved. 22 to go. Sowards swings and misses, and here comes Roseville. 18 to go. Varian couldn't take the body there. Shot got through. Anderson makes the save, and now it comes out to Roseville again. 10 to go. Shot gets through to Anderson, and he holds on. Sorry about my clockwork here. We're down to 8 seconds. So 8 seconds to go. 3-0. Roseville leads off or defensive zone face-off for Henry.
Now when you're struggling to score, you just need to get bumps and bodies to the net.
Yep. And it comes to that's out to Henry from Schneider, and that's the end of the game. Henry goes down awkward at the end there. No harm, no foul. Lost his stick. And not terrible. I mean, so second period, 2 power play goals and a goal on a bad change.
40-17 shots.
40-17. Okay. So we had
not a great opportunity.
Yep. Yep. So I wish I could promise you we don't have a game until next Thursday, but that has changed on me before. So the plan is we play White Bear Lake Thursday evening at home, and then we have Minneapolis on Saturday, and I think a game on Sunday as well for a district game. So this was a much better fought game, I thought. We played hard, just a couple penalties that got us, and then that changed. So hopefully we learn something, and we come with that intensity when we play A teams, and we'll have no problem skating with anybody. So, until next Thursday, or sooner if they decide to schedule another game, we'll see you then.